Back again. Sorry it's been so late. I mean, I usually try to post more crap than I do. Annoy the far out of you. All 5 of you that watch my videos. Had a lot going on the past couple months. Truth be told, haven't really felt like it. Dealt with a bunch of stuff. Don't really know if I'll go into that in a video. I might. If I get enough people asking on it. I might, but and if not, oh well. I've also had a lot of wacky winter number 2. Last year's was wacky too, but this one's worse. It's spring for a while, then it's winter, and then it's spring and winter the same day, and it seems like the time I get to feeling better, whatever hits again, I get sick, start getting sick again. That's really kind of, I know, not safe driver, not a safe driver. My nose was tickling. Oh well. I think I'm coming down with that crap again. It could also be the fact that right now where I work, phone calls have been picking up, and our lovely IS department's been working on, or IT, whatever you want to call them, has been working on the phones to make sure everyone got a more even distribution of phone calls, and instead I become the Atlanta hub, if you will. All calls seem to be routed through me. I don't know if I've done a video like this before. I know I've kind of hit on the choices we make and whatnot. Might have even done one where I brought up the only sermon, one of 2 church sermons I've been to that I actually remember. I don't really remember if I did or not. And I don't think that will necessarily be the exact same topic on this one. I saw a little drawing last night on Facebook. And it was kind of interesting. It was a dog leaping through the air at a bird. But if you look, the dog was leaping off a cliff. Really. The dog was so focused on its target goal, that bird, that it completely lost any and all train of thoughts on where it was going, what it was doing, or anything else. I guess you could say kind of like Captain Ahab. So I wonder, I know I do this quite a bit. It's a big character flaw of mine is focus on a particular goal or whatever, person, place, thing, whatever, and I lose track of what's around me. I lose track of my foundation. And so when I take that giant leap of faith, I have no clue as to what my surrounding is or anything. I take that leap of faith. I have no clue what's on the other side. And I don't even look to see if the distance is between where I'm going to be leaping from and where I'm going to be landing at, if I'm even capable of leaping that far. And then you fall and you do a face plant, you get hurt. And sometimes, and then of course, you have your setbacks like always. And what's strange is how that there are times where the setbacks while trying to bounce back and recover from that fall are worse than the fall itself. It's like when I had my knee issues. When it happened, I was in less pain than I was, even when I was, say, doing rehab on it. And yeah, that's referring to a physical whatever instead of, physical setbacks instead of a mental or emotional setback. But I guess in some ways the theory is the same. I remember the first few rehab visits. I got a little vocal on that, and I almost passed out a few times because it was pushing me in ways I hadn't been pushed in a while, and it pushed me in. Yeah, it just put me in a place where like I said, it had me to the point I was getting ready to pass out, and it's a good thing I was laying on a table for it. I guess that kind of could be summed up with other setbacks as well. Going through the process of getting over said fall, said whatever, could potentially hurt more than it would if you left it alone. But at the same time, you're pushing yourself, to recovery and getting better and possibly becoming stronger than you were before. Which is something worth considering as well. But I guess the big thing is, don't lose sight of what's around you. Don't become so focused, so determined, so whatever, that you lose track of, what's around you, what you have, who you have. If that makes any sense at all. Yeah. I know that's something, Lord knows it happens with me. Lord knows that's something that's happened recently. And when I say recently, I mean as recently as the past week. And it's something I'm still struggling with and still fighting with. Is that I just felt like I got to that point, if you've ever been there, where you just felt like you didn't have anyone. You pushed it, managed to screw everything up, and you have absolutely no one in your life. Yeah, I was there. I'm still fighting that feeling, truth be known. And it's this horrible, horrible feeling that the least little things kind of take root and make you think that. And you kind of lose sight on the fact that maybe, just maybe, those little things that are aggravating you, those other people or other things, whatever they're seemingly causing that, may not have intended for that to happen. So my advice to you is, and by the way, sometimes people who try to comfort you and say, yeah, you're there, I'm here for you. Yeah, this is going to sound completely strange, but sometimes that can make it worse. I'm kind of figuring that one out too. That's something I've realized today. And that's a sucky feeling, to know you're trying to, be there for people who, and, you're trying to be genuine, you're trying to make sure to support them, and instead of, you go overboard trying to do so, and instead of helping the matters, you make it worse. And that's it. Like I said, it just... it's kind of hard to explain, really. It's trying to rationalize the irrational, if you will. Anyway, this video's gone on a little bit longer than I thought about doing it. And I kind of got away from my original topic. Just remember that leaps of faith are great and all. Just don't lose sight of where you are, what you are, and who you are in the process. Anyway, leave your thoughts. If you want to share this video, go right ahead. Just make sure you give credit where credit's due. I don't think anyone wants to take credit for this face or this voice or my opinions, but if you feel like something I've said can help someone, go right ahead. Anyway, I'm going to try to get on home later.